Welcome back to Gin and Gist. If you're new here, welcome. This is a space where we drink responsibly and we gist. Pretty much, it's like having sisters, and we talk about self-love, self-care, relationships, friendships, and just honestly really talk about serious issues, because these days there's a reason I'm back. Because these days, the nonsense that's going on online, I believe that the girlies need to come back. We need to come back. We've been gone for too long. We've been resting for too long. We've been too calm for too long, So I decided to come back from hiatus. And I'm excited to start this back up and running. And it's going to be a great, amazing, wild ride. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and Spotify. Yay, podcast wave. And feel free to drop in our DMs if you have any stories, anything you want to share, thoughts, opinions, and we'll open it for discussion. But the one thing I'm going to try my hardest, it has to be like my top thing that I would build, is a safe community for the girlies, for my boos, for women, just to really encourage each other, to be there for each other, to give advice, stemming from like friendships to career goals to relationships to self. We don't see that often. I've checked. Girlies, I have checked, I have scrolled, and I have not seen that one show or that one podcast that really resonates to women, to helping women, to building women honestly and genuinely. There's a reason I added those two, okay? Because we need to make sure that we are getting this ground here at GinNGist. So please stick around for the ride, because I promise you will not regret it. Today's episode, we'll be talking about why is it easy for women to give men grace over and over again, but it's more difficult or even non-existent for your friends, for your female friends. Back in the day, I used to be of the opinion that, you're giving your man so many chances, terrible man, by the way, and your girl pisses you off once or whatever, and you're cutting her off, blah blah blah. My reasoning has changed. I'm sorry. Before you come for me, it has only changed because when you think about it, female friendships actually hurt more. I once had a friend who cut me off some time ago. No explanation, no conversation. Till today, no idea why. Good for you. Because at the end of the day, if I'm the witch, if I'm a bad person, cut me off, please, for your mental health. But that's not what here. When I was friends with this person, they would take this bomb that they used to date. They would take him back over and over again. I couldn't even understand why, right? Like, he was treating her so poorly, but she would take him back over and over. No questions asked. Like, he begged, and, we had a fight, we had a conversation. We spoke about it, and I'm like, okay, cool. I saw that happen, and it made me stop and ask, why is it that we give a man, or we give men so much grace over and over again, but we don't even extend a tiny bit of grace to our friends? A couple of things. Before, I used to be of the opinion that, yes, man, like, why can't you give a man, why are you giving a man so much grace? Why can't you give your friend? But my reasoning has actually changed. And I know I'm not betraying you guys. I promise I'm not betraying you. But it has changed in the sense that friendship breakups are more painful than relationship breakups. Right? Think about it. Because I'm of the opinion that this is because I think we're already used to men. They're men. Like, you have it in the back of your mind that this man will fail me one day. This man, he will deal with me one day. You already have it in the back of your mind. So when they misbehave, you're like, But you see your friend, your guy, your sister, you're like, you don't see it coming because you trust them so wholeheartedly. Like, you're like, bro, this person cannot hurt me. It's not possible. So when they do, it's so drastic that you're like, damn. But doesn't negate the fact that you can't forgive or give grace. That's on the side. But I just started to think in this direction that sometimes maybe they're not forgiving you because the hurt is too much. They just cannot believe it. You're so disappointed, right? Doesn't excuse the fact. I'm just saying I started thinking of that. Like I started thinking in that direction. A couple of reasons why I think women give more grace to men. From the moment we're born, from the moment we have thoughts, from the moment we can reason as women, as females. Forget about the real world and think about even Hollywood movies. Every single movie, I'm so tired of it now. Every single movie we see about young girls, it's always a little boy involved. It's always like young girls having these binders about their wedding, what their wedding gown's gonna look like, what their dream man is gonna look like. And before anybody says anything, I'm not coming for that. This is not the topic. This is not why we're here. So it's always that. It's always, oh my God, like, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to walk down the aisle. My man's going to be in finance. My man's going to be like working on like Wall Street and blah, 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 and wearing a suit. And so there's always this fantasies we're already creating as kids. And then when you even watch movies, every high school movie, university, college, it's always a guy. There's always a guy. It's always about a guy. There's about a girl who's like a dork in school, and then the guy is the most popular guy, and it's always something. And then the girls always betray their friends for this guy, and at the end of the movie they kind of realize themselves, but then they still get the guy. Like, it's always about that. It's centered on men. I've not seen a movie, I don't know, leave in the comments if you've seen a movie. Let us know if you've seen a movie about friendships, like just pure platonic, beautiful female friendships that does not involve a man. I'm not talking about there was a man, they broke up, and then she realized her friends. Just friendships. We don't see that a lot, right? We don't build kids. We don't build girls to favor platonic friendships above romantic. So that's one of the reasons why. And you can argue that no, it's not. It really is. We're conditioned like that. If you're from Nigeria, if you're African, you already know as a girl at a certain age, you do one or two things, and your relatives or your parents or your aunties or your uncles are already saying, is that how you're going to behave in your husband's house? I just stole some chicken. What do you mean is that how I'm going to behave in my husband's house? You grow up with that kind of mentality, and everything is like, oh, no one is perfect. When you hear a girl who her man has hurt her so many times, there's always a reason. Like, no one is perfect. I'm not even perfect. I'm impatient. I yell. I'm rude. Okay, but you don't hurt people. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hurt your spouse. You don't hurt the person you're dating. But we always find a reason. We always find a reason, because in our minds, the end goal is to be with that perfect man, is to be with a man. The end goal is, this is what life is about. And it's sad, we're not raised to value friendships this same way. Even though your friends are actually with you longer. Your friends are actually with you truer. Because again, the guy you're dating in high school might not be the guy you end up getting married to. Vice versa, as you go on in life, men will come and go, things will change. But for the most part, that friend you made in high school, the friend you made when you're a kid, is still there. She's growing with you, right? But you don't see that. Another thing is, we don't see friendships as foundational. We see friendships as like, I have options. Like, I can cut her off. Like, oh, every year, every New Year's resolution. Every New Year, it's a new friend. It's a new, like, we see female platonic friendships as disposable. Like, okay, I can dispose of her. If she hurts me, I'm done. I can get another one, another place. But then we don't see men like that. Why aren't bad men, right? The men that don't treat you well, why aren't they as disposable as you make your friends? Some of us give more energy to men who have treated us poorly than friends who have been there for us over the years. For example, think about it. If I sit you down right now, if I give this example and you see yourself as one of these people, I'm going to urge you right now, you better change. Go change. Like, a man who doesn't care about you, doesn't buy you anything, doesn't do anything for you, his birthday is coming around the corner, and you're blowing balloons and planning this and setting up this. Oh, I want to surprise him. Oh, he's always talked about this PS something. I want to buy for him. You save up money. If you don't have money, you save up money. This man doesn't care about you. But you see that your girl that has been with you, have you ever bought her a birthday gift? Yes, answer the question. Have you ever bought your friend a birthday gift? Or you're sending epistles. Oh, girl, you've been with me through thick and thin. Love you, die. Have you ever gotten her gift? Because you never always have money around that time. But when it's your deadbeat boyfriend's birthday, the money just happens to always come around. Real friends, they deserve the effort too. Put the same effort you put for that deadbeat for your good friends. I used to be like this, and then I stopped being like this because obviously friendship hurts. We'll talk about that one another time. The older I got and the friendships I have now, they really taught me about being intentional about your friendships. Because we get so lazy, and that's another thing. We get so lazy sometimes to our friends because we're like, they know, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. The day I found myself buying a guy something, I sat down and think to myself, I'm like, have you ever bought your girlies any gifts? Or what gifts have you gotten them? Like, are they expensive? Are they something they want? Like, obviously you need to be able to afford it, but you get my point. That was the day I sat with myself and I was like, absolutely not. I need to put the same energy I'm putting into this man, to my friends, to my girls. And God actually blessed me and surrounded me with women who taught me how to be friends. You know, you can learn from your friends as well. But I remember one time I wasn't feeling well and I had a knock at my door. My girl sent me like food and chocolate and something else. Another time I got like a new job, or I think a promotion. My girl sent me like that. My man kept saying, damn, your friends are nice. So what kind of friends are these? He was thinking, he said that out loud. And I was also thinking that, and I'm just like, bruh, have I even sent a friend of mine who told me I got a job, or I moved into a new place, or I'm doing this? Have I even sent them a gift to say congratulations or you're doing well? Like, these are the things you really get to learn from your friends. And those are the friends that you have to make sure you're reciprocating this energy to. The thing is, we're so good at communicating when it comes to a man. We're so good at, let's sit down and have a heart to heart. Like, let's have a conversation. We're so good at that when it comes to a man. But when it comes to your friend, you'd rather not communicate with her how you're feeling. You'd rather tell everybody else but the person, or you cut them off. But when it comes to your man, you would rather die with the information. You will die with that information. You will not share it with your friends. You will not get advice. You will not get opinions about it. No. You will keep it to yourself. Max, you tell one close friend or one best friend that the guy is maltreating me, or the guy did this, or he hit me, he abused me. You will not ask for any opinions. But when it comes to your friend, like maybe said something or did something, everybody, you have to get opinions from at least 12 people. Yes, at least 12 people need to. I just wanted to get opinions from, so that they can know that I'm not the only one that is tripping about the situation. But the person in question doesn't even know there's a situation in the first place. You know? So these are like, we need to really change these things. We need to really stop being this way about female friendships. They are the most important things in your lives. They're the most important friendships you will ever make. And I'm saying this now because a lot of people now are becoming mothers. A lot of people are becoming parents. What are you teaching your kids? What are you passing down? Like, when does this cycle end? We need to be the ones ending it. It has to start from somewhere. It needs to start from someone. That someone should be you. Friendships deserve second chance. I'm not saying go and give second chance to the friend that wants to kill you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying go and give a second chance to the friend that hates you. But good friendships, good friends, they deserve second chances. They may have fumbled. You may have fumbled. Everybody fumbles at some point. Nobody is perfect. They deserve a second chance. If there is love in that friendship, sit them down. Some of you might come in and say, she's so difficult to talk to. She's this, she's that. Have you even tried? Have you ever tried to realize that, okay, she's actually difficult, and be like, I've tried before, she doesn't. You guys just assume. Right? And that's a lot of things that are really lacking in female friendship that people don't know how to build. Like I spoke before, was communication. You gotta know how to communicate with your friends. And that makes you run and go with assumptions about your friends. You'd rather assume the worst than communicate to realize that, oh, it's not that bad, right? So we rather stick with that assumption. That helps you sleep well at night that, oh, I'm not going to talk to her because she's unapproachable, or she's very defensive, or she's going to argue, but you've never even tried to approach her. We need to learn how to communicate with our friends. We need to learn how to not assume the worst of people, because at the end of the day, you also want to be giving grace the day you fall short. The day you fumble, you want to be giving that grace. I want to say, give grace. Give grace to your friends. Give grace to your girlfriends. Rebuild. Things don't have to go back to the way it was. You don't have to be, if you're best friends, you don't have to go back to being best friends. But don't leave in silence. Especially when you had a good thing going. If it's a young friendship, it's not that great, I'm not saying ghost them, but still, give grace, rebuild, arm's length. You don't have to bring them back into your core circle. No, you don't have to do that. You have to have discernment and thread carefully. If this gist is hitting you in the chest, if this gist is doing you somehow, like as if I'm sobbing you, we're all guilty, to be honest. Just take a deep breath. You're not alone. We are many on this table. Don't worry. A lot of us have fallen short. A lot of us have fumbled. A lot of us have not given each other grace. A lot of us have just cut people off and just left them in silence. Again, if they are wicked people, leave them in the silence, I beg. But you know what I mean. For the most part, let's start extending grace, because we're getting older. Nobody has time to start new friendships at this age, to be honest. Like, are you trying to tell me now I have to come and start telling you about my favorite color, the restaurants I don't like, what I don't like to do? Ain't nobody got time for that. I beg. The ones you have, cherish them right now. Give them the same energy you give your man. Give them the same energy you give your romantic relationships. Extend that grace to them. Rebuild. And I believe in you, boo. I believe we can do this. Think of that one friend you miss. Think of that one friend you left in silence. Or think of that one friend that you ghosted. Do you think it's time to reach out? Is it time to rebuild? Or at least forgive them? If you think so, and you come across this video, this is your sign. This is exactly the sign that you've been waiting for. But before I go, let me leave you with today's word. A friend loves at all times, but a sister is born for adversity. Proverbs 17, verse 17. Thank you for gisting with me, boos. If this episode touched you, please share with your friends, your sisters, your old friends, your ex-friends. Tag them, tag me. If you have more opinions and thoughts to share, I always love hearing from y'all, so feel free to DM me. Make sure you're subscribed to GinNGist on YouTube and Spotify so you don't miss an episode. Until next time, boos, keep sipping and keep gisting.